Hi there, I'm the underscore Twig, and I like analysing game rules. Here we are, the third and final part of this Pokemon 5e miniseries. This is a community collaborative homebrew project making playable Pokemon trainers in Dungeons & Dragons. I've put links to their website and Discord in the description. I'm joined by my friend Sir Atlas, and where we left off last time, we had discovered that the single most busted move in the entire game is apparently Bubble. We are still somewhat reeling from that one. Let's rejoin the read-through and learn all about Gallade. Okay, we spent absolutely ages there looking at Horsey, because Bubble is insane. So, what I'm going to say is we go straight to Gallade and only look at its interesting moves. Sure?
Sure.
Gallade has 30-foot walk speed and true sight of 20 feet. Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, I think I looked at Ralts earlier. It had a true sight of 5 feet.
Oh, cool. That's neat. So its abilities. Steadfast. What this should do is when you get flinched, I think, your speed increases. And what it actually does is when you fail a saving throw against a negative condition, you can choose to pass. It gives you a legendary resistance. It's a good ability. Sure.
Okay.
Sharpness. What this should do is a weird subcategory of moves called cutting moves, or possibly slashing moves, I can't actually remember, get their power boosted. This says that moves with various things in their name have their move damage modifier doubled. Good attempt. Good attempt. The reason that I was so curious about Gallade was because of this, because I had no idea how the hell you were supposed to adapt sharpness. I think that is a very, very cleverly done sharpness.
Yeah,
that is an excellent attempt. Yeah, well done. Justified. When it's hit by a Dark-type move, it gets advantage on its next attack. What Justified does in the Pokemon games is it increases your attack damage when you get hit by a Dark-type move. Again, good attempt.
I'm fine with it translating over as accuracy. I think that's better.
Yeah, I agree. It evolves using a Dawnstone at level 12 or above. Interesting.
And it gets 11 points to its ability scores.
Whoa. That's a lot. Right, so there were a few moves that I wanted to check out, but we've looked at so many moves that I'm only going to look at the interesting ones, which were Wide Guard, Quick Guard, Helping Hand is very interesting.
I want to look at Stored Power.
Stored Power, yeah, sure.
But yeah, let's start with Wide Guard, since that's the first one you said.
Sure. So, Wide Guard in the Pokemon games means that basically anything that's an AoE attack just doesn't work for one turn. And in this, you guard your allies from area of effect moves. When a creature activates a damaging move, you can use your reaction to halve the damage dealt. That's a fair adaptation? Sure. That works how I would expect it to work. Quick Guard, I would expect to be the same thing, but it's on attacks that activate as a bonus action, maybe? Attacked on the very first turn of the very first round of combat. You may use your reaction to negate any damage dealt.
Oh, that's useless.
Yeah, that's rubbish. Though if anyone else wins initiative, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like if you win initiative, that does nothing.
Yeah. Helping Hand. The way that this should work is that you're in a battle with multiple Pokemon. You can choose one of the other Pokemon and it will do more damage with its next attack. How does it work here?
It's a Bardic.
Yeah, it's a Bard. Okay.
And it gets stronger with level. Yeah, no, you just get 5 Bardic Inspirations.
You get bonus action Bardic. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then finally, Stored Power. This is one that's going to be wild.
This one has to work very differently.
The way that Stored Power works in the Pokemon games is it's a very low power move, but every time you increase one of your stats, and stat increases in Pokemon are kind of like temporary buffs, every time you increase one of your stats, the damage of Stored Power increases, and it can get up to crazy levels. So how does it work here? It's 1d6 plus move psychic damage, it's strength or wisdom, which is interesting. And for each stat changing effect currently applied to the user, you do an additional damage dice. That is exactly how it works in game, and that's going to be a nightmare to work with. Oh my god.
If you or an ally has activated a move that is currently boosting your AC, speed, and stab, add 3 additional damage dice. Wait, there's a move that boosts your stab?
True. What's that going to be?
What move boosts your stab? I can't think of one in the games. And I want to figure out how can I apply it to Bubble.
What on earth is going to boost your stab? What? I'm gonna stop recording for a minute and try and find something.
Yeah. Okay.
What the hell's gonna boost your stab? Temporary welcome back. We've just found Swords Dance, which does not what we thought it was going to do.
Yeah, we were on a hunt for an ability or move that would boost your stab, and we thought, well, attack ups would work, and Swords Dance is iconically one of the best attack increases in the game, but it's been shifted to a defensive spell?
It boosts your AC by 1, and on a future turn, you can do a ranged attack, but that ends your AC boost.
This seems trash. This does not seem very good. Even in like D&D context, this is just a really bad spell.
Yes.
I'd rather be using 2024 Spiritual Weapon than this.
This looks rubbish. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one thing before we continue hunting, actually. Swords Dance has sword in the name, and I think that benefits from sharpness.
Yes, that is correct.
Fun? Let's go back to hunting.
Sure. Is there an item that gives this?
Is there, like, Mystic Water?
Mystic Water. Ooh, yeah, that's a good...
Proficiency bonus to damage.
Adds its proficiency bonus. Once per move.
Oh,
Why is this balanced?
It doesn't apply to bubble. It doesn't apply to bubble.
Why is this one balanced?
Oh my god, what's going on here? So, welcome back everyone. After searching for far too long and getting very distracted, we have completely given up. We cannot work out what on earth is increasing your stab.
Yeah.
God knows.
If anyone finds it, feel free to throw that in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
More than eager to listen to what you have to find.
We found it. We have found it.
There it is.
Yes.
Oh, we have to cut this in. We have to cut this in.
Oh my god.
Oh no. There it is.
Hi guys.
We're back.
This is like about 2 hours later. We've completely given up on the how the hell do you increase your stab. We've just been looking at Pokemon transformations. We're not including any of this except for this particular section. If you Terra, your stab is doubled.
Your stab is doubled. I don't know if that counts towards stored power, but it is nice to see that we found a stab increase. Oh,
anyway, we're going to cut back to whatever we were talking about 2 hours ago.
Yep, see ya.
There was one other Pokemon that I wanted to look at, which is Zygarde.
Which one?
Good question. This is part of the reason why I wanted to look at Zygarde. I wanted to see how the hell they forms.
The answer is they are 3 separate Pokemon.
They are.
At least according to this chart.
I can't see anything on Zygarde 50% form that would suggest that it can change to 10% form. However, it does have the Power Construct ability, which says that it changes to complete form and recovers all of its HP.
Power Construct on the 10% form says when it is reduced to less than half of its HP, it changes to 50% form and recovers all its HP.
Oh. It's a 3-in-1 Pokemon. Power Construct's interesting. Wow. Another thing that I wanted to check here is that Zygarde should be 4 times weak to ice, and it is only vulnerable. So yeah, 4 times weaknesses and resistances aren't in this, which is good, I think.
And I think we're better off for it.
Yes, I would agree.
Speaking of things here, I want to check its signature moves, those being 1,000 arrows, 1,000 waves.
You've forgotten about its 3rd signature move, which is the other reason why I want to check this.
Yes, Core Enforcer.
Not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of Land's Wrath.
Oh, right. Land's Wrath. I forgot about that.
Zygarde has like 7 different signature moves. It's insane.
Such a weird Pokemon.
It is bizarre.
Alright, which one do you want to start with?
Okay, I think that we should start with 1,000 Arrows and 1,000 Waves. Because those are the good ones. Core Enforcer will be next, and then we'll do Land's Wrath. And what I expect from Land's Wrath is that it will be the same damage as all of the other ones, but just, like, doesn't do anything else. Because Land's Wrath is an infamously terrible move, because it is identical to 1,000 Arrows and 1,000 Waves and Core Enforcer, except it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that was its move when it was in XY, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so?
Yeah, because Zygarde, for some reason, got a lot of attention in every generation except for the generation it introduced itself in.
Yeah. Zygarde's such a strange Pokemon.
It really is.
So, let's look at 1,000 Arrows, 1,000 Waves, Core Enforcer, and Land's Wrath. I know that Nihil Beam isn't here. So, 1,000 Arrows. Ground type move, 100-foot range, 30-foot radius, dex save for 2d8 plus move ground damage. Although it will probably be 14d12 because I assume we're level 17.
I believe your minimum level is 20, so...
Great, okay. Why has this even got scaling? Smurgle's why it's got scaling.
Standardization.
Smurgle's why it's got scaling.
Probably, yeah.
So, it also still hits flying types. Which is exactly what I would expect.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that is the effects that I was expecting it to have. I do note that 4d12 is not a lot of damage.
4d12 plus move times 2 is, like, that's really weak.
Yeah, it is. Next up is 1,000 Waves. Ooh, this one is 60-foot cone. Dex save 2d8 plus move, or 4d12 at level 17. And they can't flee or be switched out, which is the correct effect. I was just expecting that to be, like, restrained or something.
See, there's one complaint I have here.
Yeah?
The move itself is called 1,000 Waves, but the description says there's a single wave of green energy. Where are my 900? So does that mean that they get 999 additional saving throws after the first one? Or
we should totally do bubble on this, shouldn't we?
Yeah, let's have it be 1,000 saving throws. No. No, God, no. Let's see.
Core Enforcer is up next. You send a focused laser that scorches a Z pattern on a target. Right.
Hey.
4d4 plus move, or 8d6 at level 17. On a hit, con save against your move DC, and the target loses all of its abilities. It's correct.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Okay. The damage is so low. This is a single target fireball.
Yeah.
At level 20. I don't know. I don't like this cantrip scaling mechanic that we have here.
I think that the move damage, I think we've decided, is just too low. It's too low. Like, Zygarde on Zygarde fight, using this Core Enforcer, that's super effective, so it'll do double. It'll do 8d6 plus... it'll do 8d6 plus 10 doubled, versus... We'll say that it doesn't have Core Enforcer, so it's just the 448 damage. How many turns does that take to kill? To faint. After doing some maths, that takes 10 turns of 2 Zygardes just staring each other down, assuming you've got a 60% chance to hit.
Yeah, that is way too low.
Yeah.
And even hypothetically, like, I don't know if I like the idea of this being balanced around, like, 4 people fighting a single Zygarde, because this damage is just not enough to take down anything of relevance.
Yeah. If you've got 4 people, each with their horsey, the horsey's gonna win here. The horsies are gonna win.
Yeah.
So, we've had a look at all 3 of those signature moves of Zygarde. Now for the bad one, Land's Wrath. What the hell is this going to do? Because is it going to be bad? I don't know. It is a 40-foot radius, dex save, 5d6 plus move ground damage.
8d12.
8d12. I mean, they have made it better damage. They have.
That is the most damage of all of the moves, actually.
Yes.
And the biggest radius.
By far. Okay. Land's Wrath has a point to exist. That's cool. Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it against Bubble. I can announce we have found a move that is better than Bubble.
And it's Land's Wrath.
What on earth is going on here? How is it that we managed to stumble across that? What?
I don't know. Like, if we didn't come across Bubble as our first move, I think we would have went away with, yeah, I feel like the damage on these moves is a little low, and, you know, things could use a little tune-up in the damage department. Then we found Bubble, and it's just, like, broken us.
Right.
And it's funny because the solution to making Bubble like actually balance is very simple, and it's to remove Stab, because honestly Stab just shouldn't exist in this. But
right,
you know, it does exist, and now Stab Bubble is just really good.
Right. I think that for our last thing we should just play around with the trainer builder.
Yeah.
I expect that this is probably going to be reasonably complicated, and we're going to have to mess around with it a bit, so I may end up cutting most of this and just showing you all what the final result is, and explaining how much fun we had.
Yeah, and then we'll give some final thoughts at the end.
So, what are we calling our trainer? I could do something very meta and go with Dana.
Sure, let's go with Denna. Alright, so here we have Denna. This is their trainer stuff.
So, we're level 1. I imagine that we change things by pressing this edit button. Oh, God. That greatly changed what it looks like.
So the attributes you just have to edit manually.
Yeah.
Sure. Background, home region, sure. I was gonna say, should we increase our level?
Yeah, probably. Let's go, I don't know.
Let's just go 20.
I think you got animal handling and 2 proficiencies?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the proficiencies were. I'm going to give her athletics and she'd probably have persuasion.
Sure.
We'll go with that. Actually, I'm going to do a quick point buy.
Just be sure to max charisma and constitution, and you're fine, pretty much,
yes.
for about any build.
Can you be bothered with feats?
Inspiring leader. We took inspiring leader, and then we maxed out plus charisma. Because
and then
being able to summon out all of our Pokemon, use inspiring leader, and then put them all back in their balls is allowed.
Yes, it is. You're right. That's 4, 8, so we've got 12, 16, and an epic boon. I'm gonna increase her strength.
Sure.
And for our epic boon... bleh.
Fate. It suggested Fate. We're gonna go Fate because we want to manipulate our Pokemon's dice rolls.
Yes, sure. Sure.
Specializations.
Ooh. These are all slider bars.
Yeah, I don't know why there's slider bars.
I mean, you could double dip into the specialization. I thought you only got 3, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Oh, okay. This is... Oh, it's one of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get like the little Pokemon tagline of what your type specialization is. That explains the name.
Now, something that I am noticing here is that you either get a proficiency in a skill, or you increase an ability score. Those are not equivalent.
Two very different things.
Yeah, those are not equivalent in the slightest. Specializations can also be stacked, so I think you can take them multiple times. If you wanted to boost your chat every time you got a specialization, you could just go Pokefan like 3 times.
I don't think that's correct. If you look at the Pokemon Trainer section, specializations can be stacked, but they only give you the additional +1 bonus to skill checks. So it's actually better to spread them out.
Okay, sure. So you don't... I feel like that could be better formatted. So you don't get the first sentence when you take them again, you only get the second sentence.
Yeah, they're like miniature feats, and honestly, saying that out loud makes me wish that these were just feats instead.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree with that, I think. Make them actual feats and give them a bit more, probably. So we have one... Oh, we get a level 1 specialization. You get a level 1 +1 to any stat. Fun. So you can start with 18.
Yeah, that's crazy. 1, 7, and 18. I feel like it's better to spread those out.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't know why the sliders go up to 5.
I also do not understand. Now, what I'm going to suggest here, and you may think that this is a wild suggestion, but I'm going to suggest that we go for Pokefan, which increases our Chow by 1, and then we go for Worker, which increases our Strength by 1, and then we go for Swimmer, which increases our Dex by 1.
Oh, I would have said Hiker, increase our Con by 1, but I think both are very valuable.
Yeah, basically the same thing. This means that we can go up to 20 Strength as well. Cool. That seems suitable for Dana.
20 Strength, 20 Charisma. Beware the bunny.
So, Horsey, edit. At level 1, it starts with Bubble. That is the only move it can currently learn. Then we level up to 2. And it's got a D6 hit die, so that means that we get 4 extra. We go up to 20.
Yep.
20. And that's all. No, we get another move. We get Smokescreen. Smokescreen.
Yes, you get 1 move per level up.
Yep. And then we go to level 3. That goes up to 24. We get Leah.
Does it just give you the whole learn set? Or is it level restricted as well? Because I can't see the drop down.
Oh, sorry. It shows you the moves that you can learn at your current level and learnable at later levels. It splits them into 2 lists, and it's been updating them as we've been leveling up. Level 9 is where we evolve.
So do we increase our health and stuff first, or do we evolve first? It doesn't really say. I would think that you evolve first. But I guess in the games, if you want to go off the game logic, you level up first, and then you evolve.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So, evolution, the Pokemon can evolve. When a Pokemon evolves, the following occurs. And then it's got numbered points. Keeps its current ability scores, but gains points to distribute towards any of those scores. No more than 4 of them may be put into a single stat, and nothing can go past 20. Then it gains HP bonus of double its level. Then it acquires hit dice.
This level and for future rolls.
Yes, okay. Then it increases its AC. Then it updates its ability.
Okay, so evolution happens at the same time as leveling up, then.
Yes.
So I guess we evolve first, then we come back to this edit screen.
Yes. Okay, we're level 9. I've not done anything else as at level 9. I've just gone level 9. I have then clicked the evolve button. Evolve. Okay, and its HP has increased by 18, and its AC has increased, and it's updated all of its speeds and things. So its stats... No, its stats haven't reset. Its stats haven't
because
reset.
we have to do those manually.
Yes. So, what I was going to go here is I get how many points from evolving? I get 9 points. So I was going to go 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the max that you can do.
Yep. And then maybe...
Whiz?
Is it Whiz or Charisma?
Good question.
How many points do we have left?
We have... So I've used 6, so we've got 3 more points.
Let's just do 3 Whiz.
Sure. We could also do that, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably slightly more optimal.
At King Drew we get 8 points, so yeah, there's no point in going to an odd number on Whiz, I don't think.
Okay. So then now we update the max health.
Yes.
Using Thedra's new stats.
So, Seadra has what hit dice? Seadra has D10 hit dice, so that's going to be plus 6. So that's going to be 64. But I have also just increased my con, so that's another plus 18. So that'll go up to 82.
That seems a lot stronger than a Wild Seadra.
Yes. Wild Seadra has 64. The stat total's not that different, but it is better.
I mean, I'm more worried about the plus 20 HP that we get for having evolved it.
Oh, it's more than plus 20.
Yeah, it's definitely more than plus 20, but I remember it being around 60.
So, before evolution, post-evolution it was 58. Before evolution it was 40. We've just doubled our HP.
Something seems wrong.
We have actually just doubled our HP.
From a single level up.
Yes. We got an evolution bonus of plus twice your level HP, and I also just put in 4 points in con, which also gave us 2 times our level HP.
Yeah, I think that tracks. I'm skimming the rules because I wasn't sure if the con bonus would be retroactive, but I think they clarify that it is in the leveling rules.
Yes.
Yeah, each time a Pokemon levels up, it gains HP equal to a roll of its hit dice plus con, retroactive with increased con scores. So from what I understand, the hit dice rolls are not retroactive. That's represented by the additional HP you get from evolving.
Yes.
So you don't have to re-roll the hit dice, for example.
Correct.
But the con score increase is retroactive, and thus you get this absurd health boost.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is... I mean, granted, an AC 15 is very low. But at the same time, 82 health is a lot.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of wondering, actually. We got a feat last level. And at that level, I went from 16 dex to 18 dex.
Yes.
What we could have done is taken tough. And then gone to, like, that.
Yeah. That is...
Or
Yeah.
wait, would it have been that? Can't actually remember. Yeah, I think it's that. So
Yeah.
that seems better, right?
Yeah, tough is just that good, isn't it?
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. And we were just saying that the feats aren't worth taking.
Wow.
This is a very like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, this is comparable to like some level 9 PCs.
Yeah. So our bubble is doing how much damage?
What did you say, 23 at this level?
Something like that.
Actually, a little less, actually, because of, we're not level 10 yet. We don't get the damage boost.
Oh yeah, true. So it's 1d8, I think. Although because of Sniper, the crit gets boosted. Okay, so at level 9, we're doing about 18 damage with bubble.
That's way below a traditional D&D character.
Yeah, that's... So we've got a honestly ridiculous amount of... This is Barbarian level HP. But our AC is rubbish. And our damage is rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, to note, if we are hitting anything super effective, that is 36 DPR.
Yes. True.
So that brings you up to like a level of acceptable damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like the fact that super effective is acceptable damage, but that seems to be where we are at.
And it's not even just that, it's super effective with the best move we've found. It's acceptable damage.
Yeah. Exactly.
Huh. Okay. And, like, we're at level 9 right now. How many Pokemon can we have?
Let me pull that up. We can have 4.
4.
Next level we get 5.
So we've got 4 times Barbarian HP and bad damage.
Yes.
Combats are going to be so long.
Yeah.
Oh my good god, combat's going to be long.
Maybe someday we should simulate a Pokemon fight.
Holy hell.
Today is not that day.
No,
though.
today is not that day.
Today is far from that day.
14. So
right.
I've gone up to
Don't touch
14. Don't touch it. We finish. We go evolve. Type will change to Water Dragon. Match HP will increase by 28. AC will increase by 2. Sure.
Evolve.
And then we go back into here, and we have 8 points to put into stuff. Yeah, 8 points to put into
Jesus.
stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then...
That's the most we can do.
One,
And then
two,
I think
three,
it's
4?
2 whiz. Yeah, 4 whiz. I think it's probably better. Yeah, it's either 4 whiz or I was going to say 2 strength, but yeah. Yeah.
Now, our hit dice have upgraded to D12. So this is now plus 7. So that goes up to 175. And
then you retroactively add all the con buff.
Yes.
So you just
so
gave
plus
yourself.
28. Jesus Christ. God. What's that come out to? That comes out to 203. Okay.
And for context, our level 10 Kingdra that we made at the start of this only has 99. We have doubled its health.
How much HP does a level 14 Barbarian have?
There's 5e health calculator you could always just use. So, con mod, what's the con mod of this Barbarian? Plus 5 at this point? No, plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3, plus 4, something like that.
We are level 14. We have the tough feat. I'll be nice and say plus 4. That is 187 health.
Right, yeah, okay, good.
We have officially outscaled a barbarian
On a Kingdra.
on a Kingdra, and we still have, at this level, I believe we have max slots. Let me double check that. No, not yet. Next level, we get our 6th Pokemon. But right now, the Kingdra is just 1/5 of our total Pokemon power.
Yeah. We realistically have 1,000 goddamn HP.
Yeah.
And our bubble attack, which is the most powerful thing we've found, is doing 30 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
One thing I like about the this sheet here is that it actually picks the higher stat for you.
Yeah, that's some good automation. You're right.
Yeah, I just want to point that out. Sprinkle in a little compliment after the thorough thrashing we've given this evaluation so far.
Level 17. What happens at 17? We get...
damage up.
Yep, damage up. We get plus 13 HP. Is it still 13? Hang on.
14, because
14,
we increased our
yes.
con.
So that goes up to 259. Good.
Yep.
Not bad. Acceptable. And then I'm going to do a damage update for us. Okay, our damage is now 40.5.
Okay. Where does that put us relative to the traditional?
We're level
character?
17. Level 17 is 48.8.
Oh, so now we're still behind, but a lot closer.
Yeah. I mean, this is using... I've actually not been adding Mystic Water to any of this, so I think that adds our proficiency bonus. So...
Once per move.
Yeah, once per move. We've got 3 attacks. I'm assuming we hit one of them. I can't be bothered to add that in, because that's a really annoyingly complicated thing to add into my damage calcs. So actually, that becomes... We'll say 45.
Sure.
That... I'd call that average damage. I would call that average damage.
Yeah. Average damage with a metric ton of health.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty balanced character, you know?
I mean, this is using items. This is using a damage boosting ability. This is using the best move in the game, apparently.
Yeah. And this is just one of our Pokemon.
Yes.
Oh, God.
18. We get another plus 14 HP. So that brings us
And we
up
get new
to
moves.
3. Right, what are our moves? Dragon Pulse might be better than Twister.
Yeah.
It's 66.
Oh, it's a single target attack?
Yeah.
It's just raw damage.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Let's just do it, I guess. Alright.
What's
I don't know.
What's Twister doing
Twister...
at this level? Twister is doing 4d...
4d6, but a flinch chance.
Yes. This is doing 6d6 with no flinch chance.
What's better, the damage or the flinch?
It's a 25% chance to turn skip.
No, it's disadvantage. It's not a turn skip.
Oh, sorry, yeah, disadvantage.
It's actually pretty good. Honestly, I think that's worth losing the 2d6.
I also think that Twister's probably better.
Yeah. See,
what
this
the
is
hell
another
is this learn set? What on earth is this? What is this set?
This is the natural consequence of making every move scale with your level as opposed to having moves be gated behind.
Yeah. Because this is insane. We have a Kingdra set with Bubble and Twister and Smokescreen.
And Focus Energy, which...
Focus Energy Kingdra exists.
It does, but... I don't know. Like, this whole set just feels wrong.
think we should take this on to Showdown, see how we do.
Oh yeah. Level 100 Kingdra with investing purely into attack and bulk. No speed investment at all. Now imagine every time you level up, having to go through this process anywhere from 3 to 6 times. And then leveling up your trainer as well.
Yeah, the amount of bookkeeping here is kind of insane.
Yeah, I don't want to insult the solo dev, because I understand that this is a lot of work, and this UI is beautiful, and the automation that we have so far is really good.
It's fantastic.
But the main thing I want to bring up is I feel like a system like this needs even more automation.
Because every single level up there was a good, 5 minutes?
Something like that.
And we've skipped through basically all of that, but it took so long for us to go from a level 1 Horsey to a level 20 Kingdra.
Yeah, and then doing that multiple times.
Yeah.
And then having to track your trainer, and then having to track all the Pokemon that you have. Because that's only the active Pokemon. If you do match trainer, imagine having to do that for every single Pokemon you have in the PC.
Leveling up in this system is probably
an entire session.
Yeah. So, coming out of this, I think that our conclusions are damage too low, HP too high, bookkeeping too high.
Yeah. And I think that of those issues, I think bookkeeping too high is the number one priority. There's too much here that is akin to the games in ways that it shouldn't be. Because, for example, we could have customized our nature.
Yeah, we
could have customized the Terra type of the Pokemon if we're doing terastallization.
Let's say that we're playing in a real game and we find a load of TMs. That has to go into all of this as well. Maybe we're doing breeding, in which case, my god, the number of egg moves that we have to think about.
Yeah, overall, I like what we have here. I just feel like a lot of it could be simplified down. Why do we have an entire TMs column when you could just make a TM an item and just have it say it can have any move inside of it?
Mm-hmm.
Not game accurate, but a lot simpler, a lot easier for players to understand.
Yeah.
Then you have, moves should probably be...
Yes. For example, let's go back to Water Gun. So Water Gun does 1d6 plus move water damage, and then it scales. I don't think that it should scale. I think that Water Gun should just be the 1d6 plus move, and then maybe you get Water Pulse. And Water Pulse, that does 1d10 damage plus move. Maybe that should do 2d8 damage plus move. Or something.
Yeah.
And then you get more moves that have more power, and they stay at that power.
Yeah, the moves shouldn't really be scaling with the Pokemon. I get why they do that, but this cantrip type scaling makes a lot of what should be moves you look forward to getting feel a lot worse than the moves that you already have. For example, even putting aside Bubble, when we were doing our evaluation of this Kingdra, we were looking between Twister and Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse is a very strong move in the game. In this game, Twister does 2d6 less damage, but it had a flinch chance.
It had a 25% chance to effectively D&D poison someone for a turn. And we thought that was worth 2d6 damage.
Yeah. And while that sounds nice, you have these extra options, you can pick which one you get, Dragon Pulse is a move that we learned at level 18. This is the equivalent of saying a 9th level spell is the same power as a level 1 spell.
Yeah, I think that we got Twister at, what, level 6 or something?
Something along those lines, yeah.
I'm going to say something really weird and contradictory, right? I think that this is a good starting point, and to progress, it needs to be cut down.
No, I think that's a perfect way to phrase it. I don't think there's a contradiction there at all. I think that this is a great porting of the games as they are, but now you need to find, as the designer, points where you can reel things back, simplify them, and make them more like D&D.
Yes.
The reason that a lot of these complications exist in the game is that the game handles all of it on their own. Unfortunately, we as tabletop gamers do not have an AI DM who's sitting across from us on the other side, able to automatically do all of this for us.
Yeah, tabletop games have to be simpler than video games just because of the medium. The sheer number of things that you can do in a Pokemon game can't be transferred across. And there's things that we looked at briefly and just haven't included in this video. There's things like Mega Evolution, there's things like Dynamax. We didn't even look at what this bond is supposed to be, because there was already too much.
Yeah, we have been here for more than 6 hours now looking at this video.
Yes.
Making this video.
Yes, we have. This has been so long. And I think that we now have a decent understanding of how the system works. But we are also fairly adept at reading rules.
Yeah, and we're merely scratching the surface of playing a basic playable D&D experience. We're ignoring anything like the contests, the bonds.
Yep.
There's a lot of other optional things, and I appreciate that those optional rules exist.
Yeah, it's great that there are multiple ways to play. Fantastic that there are multiple ways to play. But the basic way to play has to be simple enough for someone to pick up. And when there's so many Pokemon and every single one needs to be manually customized, how many Pokemon have we actually looked at in today's call? It can't be more than 10.
I'm going to say for sure less than 20.
No, not a chance it's 20. I think it's less than 10.
I think so as well. But, if you count Zygarde as 3 Pokemon instead of 1 Pokemon, maybe the number gets above 10. I don't know. I didn't really count.
I think that's where we call it, though. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me on this one, Atlas. Is there anything that you want to call out?
Yeah. I think that the one thing that I really want to call out is I appreciate how they simplified the typing system, because being able to not have to worry about like double resistances, double weaknesses, and just having the type chart be vulnerabilities and resistances is a great example of the direction that they should go with the rest of this.
Yes, I will absolutely agree with that. The fact that our Kingdra is only resistant to fire and not taking quarter damage, brilliant step. I would like to see that taken to other things as well. That would be really nice. For now though, I think that we're over.
Yep. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Now, after recording this, I had a snoop around the Pokemon 5e Discord and found out that apparently stab only adds once per move. That is objectively not what it says. It specifically says damage rolls with an S, but if that's how the community has agreed to run it, we'll go with it. Bubble becomes a fairly standard move again. The problem there is that fairly standard move damage is absolutely pitiful. Triple stab Bubble boosted in every way we could find was on par with what I consider to be average damage, and HP numbers were through the roof. Damage is a massive issue in this game. Fights will take 3 years to complete. With that in mind, I spent a while longer looking into other moves to see what I could find, and came to the conclusion that by far the most effective tactic available is just to accept that fights are going to be eternal and use Toxic Stall with some form of healing, either Leech Seed, Shellbell Struggle, or best of all, Ambidextrous with Citrus Berry and Leper Berry using Recycle. That Recycle strat is 30 HP per turn infinitely. I don't see any world in which that gets outdamaged at mid to high level, given that PP values are so low. Of course, that's not the only way to regenerate 30 HP per turn. You could also join my Patreon, where you get unlimited Nurse Joy access. Assuming, of course, that you don't mind that the Nurse Joys are actually the cosplay crew of SK, Mark Rainbow, Barney, Charlie, Precipice, Not Curtis, Walt, Dreamscribe, and Magi. Bye!